Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I didn't anticipate putting the video up this quickly, but had a question that came in on one of the videos about what kind of watch faces and data are options here. So I thought I'd run through those really quickly. So let's jump to the top. You basically have a set of watch faces, and then you have, for each watch face, you have an option for either dark or light colored. So here is a pretty kind of basic one. You have your time that lets you display it here. You can change this, and then you can change the one on top, and then you got a little graph here. And that graph you could change only a couple things. Let's customize this. I'll show you. So actually here, let's first run through this one. Okay, my buttons are mixed up here. So here are your options. So you've got the current temperature, calories, steps, active minutes, time zone, solar intensity. This is just more of like an alert. Battery, the date and date, month and date, pulse, steps, altitude, I believe that's, yep, barometric pressure, sunset, in this case it'll show sunrise if it's in the morning, notifications, and your next calendar event, and back to temperature. And like I said, these will come in both light or dark colored. And if we jump through here, so here, right now it's the solar intensity and the battery combined, but you can change that to your steps, heart, altitude, barometric pressure. So those are kind of your graphical options. And then here, let's go to a different one now. Okay, so moving down, this one is one that I've used in the past. So the only difference this one is that you can add in one more at the bottom. And the sunset, sunrise complication is one that kind of gives you two data sets. All the other ones would just be one. Nothing fancy here. This is actually the one that I use, only the light colored one. This is just a larger graph. This one is probably one of your more data intensive ones. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and this one's only 1, 8. So you have 8 data points in this one. So you can, this one, that one, your time, you can change these to be unique, but this middle one is a little deceiving. This can only be 1, even though it looks like it could be 2. And then one more down here, and then your analog again, and then basically it's the same ones all over again, but with a white background. So yeah, there you go. Okay, so it changes. Let me change it back to mine. So this is the one that I like to use. So this is the one I like to use. I prefer the light colored background. It just makes it more legible. And obviously the trade-off is you don't get as much data here because I wanted the time to be a little bit bigger, so I can see it easier. Now, as far as the background goes and battery life, there really is no difference between using a light colored or a dark colored background. The way this display works, it's a memory in pixel, I believe it's called, and really it's more the movement. So when you have data points that move a lot, that's what will use up more battery. So like a pulse, a seconds, anything that's constantly changing, that's what's actually going to use up more battery rather than the color that you select. So just be mindful of that. Is the more things that are fluctuating on here, the more that's a bigger battery draw, regardless of whether it's dark or light background. So that's it for watch faces. The other question that came up was languages. So let me jump into that. So here are the language options. I'm just going to kind of scroll through them. And back to English. So those are the language options for you there. I think that's really all I had to cover. So if you have any more questions, let me know.